Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave and today I'm at BRISAN Motorcycles in Newcastle and we're going to have a look around the showroom and see what's available that we can buy. New and used bikes, let's go and have a look. So let's start off with the big-in, the R1300 GS Adventure. This is the latest model in 2025. This is the triple black version here, and I have to say, just looking at it, I haven't seen one of these in person before, but they are a very imposing motorcycle. I don't mean that by sort of just the size of it, but I just mean that it's got a real presence about it. Like it's yeah, it's very imposing. I do notice the finish on this tank. I don't know whether you can see it. It's got like a brushed metallic sort of finish in the tank. I really like that. I don't know whether I would buy a triple black. I mean, everything's black. The wheels are black, the swing arm is black, all the pegs here are black. The engine has a very nice finish on it and is black there as well, the black crash bars. I don't know personally whether, I don't know whether I'd like the triple black or one of the coloured versions. It's all very familiar when I look at it compared to my 2013 model R1200 GS. I mean, it comes from the same family. Obviously the switchgear down here is all very familiar. Although somebody said, you know, for the price it's still not backlit at night. I don't think these ones are yet. TFT is obviously the new upgrade, the cradle for the sat nav. But yeah, and I actually quite like those handlebars in that sort of crinkle paint finish in the matte black is pretty good as well. Yeah, really nice bike. And I just noticed when I was looking at this one that this one's actually sold. So some lucky punter is about to ride this one away. I do notice on the front here that it's been fitted out with Metzler sort of road-based tyres rather than the Anarchy Adventures or whatever they come with. You know, the big sticking point here about, you know, do you like this type of headlight or not? Don't know. Do notice on here with the fairing, so the GS Adventure has this higher fairing on here. You can see that it's quite tall, and so also got these little side things on here which I quite like as well. That would actually divert a little bit more of the wind away. Certainly my bike doesn't have that at all. 1300 triple black. So if you wanted one of these, how much would you have to pay? Let's have a look at the price tag on this one. So the R1300 GS Adventure in triple black, and the price on that one is $41,131 ride away. It's a big price, but it's also a lot of bike, isn't it? This is the R1300 GS in the Trophy edition, and I particularly like this one. I like the colour scheme here of the red, white and blue. I quite like that sort of design there, and when you just look at the two bikes sort of side by side, so we have the Adventure there and the GS there, yeah, you can tell the difference in the size, but I guess it's just for what you want to do with it. You can see on this one here it's got the shorter fairing obviously compared to the Adventure, which has got one way up there. So this is yeah, this is nice as well, isn't it? They're all nice, of course. Can't really see a price on this one, so I can't tell you the price on this one. This has got the Anarchy Adventure tyres on it, so that's I think normally how they're set up. It's got the nice LED driving lights on there as well. Same sort of front end with that headlight design. I think people have sort of got used to that design now. I do like the Trophy now with it's got that same sort of blackout finish on the engine here. On these covers are that sort of like a matte black crinkle finish, which looks quite impressive. So yeah, the GS R1300 in the Trophy edition, very nice. Okay, so another new bike that's just been released is the R12, and I don't know how to say this. Like it's an R12 G/S, so it's not GS, it's G/S. So this is more sort of off-road than a touring type of bike. And a little bit different with this, it's got the larger front wheel with it, the 21-inch front wheel. It comes with sort of a knobby type tyre, so it's set up for off-road. See how the front of this is completely different, so you haven't got the big fairing to put on here. So if you were doing touring or a lot of highway work, then obviously that would be, you'd be more in the wind than you would with like the GS or the Adventure. But that's not what it's designed for. It's more designed for doing the tracks and the trails. And out of the various colours I've seen that are available on this one, I do actually like this one as well. So we're back to the red, white and blue sort of colour scheme on this. Quite a big seat here. It's got enough for, I guess, for a passenger. It does have rear pegs on it, so I guess it can take a passenger with a sort of a grab handle here as well. That's the design of the R12 engine. Switchgear is again a carryover from the family or whatever. Much smaller type of instrument cluster here, so we've gone away from the larger gauges and just giving you the basic information that's on here. But I believe that people that have ridden them are saying that they're very clear and very bright. You can also see on the fork legs here that it's got adjustable, I guess it's dampening and preload, I think it is. It's got a plus and a minus, yeah, preload adjustment here with a little set screw here, and I believe on the key that there's a part of the key you can use to actually adjust this to make it pretty easy. Don't know why that's in yellow there and then the one over here is in red. Not too sure why that would be. But yeah, very nice bike. You can see here that it does have a steering dampener on this. Very large fork, so huge. I think they're 48mm or 50mm, is that right? Yeah, big tank. Yes, very nice. The R12 GS. Now, this is a bike that I thought I might actually buy one day. It's the F900 GS. So the reason I'm thinking that it would be a good bike would be it's lighter weight and smaller than my current bike, which is a 2013 model R1200 GS, so it's a much smaller bike. I don't know what the weight difference would be. Again, it's probably a little bit more set up for off-road. This is got standard with these Karoo 4 tyres on it, which is sort of like a 50-50 type tyre. This one is also fitted with an acrophobic on the back. Yeah, again, I like this colour scheme. I don't know whether this is really popular in the red, white and blue. It's got the larger TFT screen than the R12 GS has. Again, it's got adjustability here down with the dampening, so it's got rebound and preload dampening, so it's got preload around here and then rebound dampening up the top, which you can adjust. Switch gear is much the same. Mirrors seem like they haven't changed in like 15 years. But yeah, big tank on it. Yeah, very nice bike. Fairing is quite small on the front. And it's got like a smoky colour to it, which is quite interesting. I did see a video actually just yesterday from an Australian guy that lives in Estonia called the, what's he called, the Bavarian Bloodhound, I think it is, and he's got a R1300 and he took one of these for a ride while his bike was getting serviced, and I don't know whether he really liked it. He said the throttle was very twitchy on it, the fly-by-wire throttle, and he tried different modes and different settings but really couldn't get much joy out of it. He did like it between the trees because it's a bit lighter, a bit more nimble to ride, and it's got the 21-inch front wheel on it, so it's a little bit easier off-road. There we are, we've got some adjustments there for the rear shock. Obviously this is a chain drive. in the 900. This is fitted with a quick shifter. It looks like it's there. I think this is like a dampening canister. It sort of, yeah, dampens down the movement a little bit. But yeah, again, I don't have a price on this one, sorry, I don't see a tag on it. But would this be an option if you're downgrading from like a R1200, R1250? Would it be worth looking at the F900 GS? So now we're looking at the 310, the G310 GS. I think this is a newer model that they've just brought out. Quite an interesting bike. It looks like it would be fun to ride. Well, it does have a very fat tank on it, doesn't it? Just looking at it like that. The front all looks much the same. It's got a sort of an in-between size screen. So we've seen the larger TFTs and then the small one on the R12, but this is again something a little bit different. There's no rebound or preload adjustment on the forks at all on this one. That's all quite nicely sort of designed, isn't it? It's quite nice and neat there. Still has a key in this one, so it's not a keyless in the 310, which is interesting. And one thing I did notice is, just looking at the back of it, that the exhaust, let's see if we can get in there and see, open that up a bit, you can see in there that the exhaust actually comes out the back of the engine, not the front. Single disc on the front, nice sort of beak treatment, which is very familiar to the GS owners, and quite a very nice styling here on the front, and a very small little screen. So I think whatever you were doing, you know, if you were doing any road type work, you would certainly be up in the breeze. The screen is quite small. Yeah, quite nice. Nice red frame to it as well, which is quite impressive. Let's have a look at some of the road bikes I've got here, and this is really impressive. This is the R18, so 1800 cc, big bike. Look at the size of the cylinders on the engine here. Still the twin, the Beamer twin. Let's see if I can get around the back of this somehow, and let's have a look at the back of the bike. So it looks like it's sort of solid at the back, but it actually does go up to a shock absorber that's under the seat up there. And you can see what they've done with the shaft drive on this bike here, that it's got a familiar BMW shaft drive, but they've actually chromed it or nickel plated it or something like that and left it exposed rather than put it in a swing arm, because the swing arm is actually underneath it. It's a black bar underneath here and then one at the top, and that's really just the drive line. So that looks pretty good. The big mufflers here that are sort of a black chrome. I like this finish, this sort of blue grey type finish. Really nicely sculptured seat that sort of falls away at the back here. It sort of really fits on the bike quite well. And sort of old school type tank, like not a teardrop type tank, but you know, that sort of design. Graphics there, and then this is screwed in here. Familiar sort of switchgear than we've seen on the other bikes as well. Sort of more of a gloss black handlebar, just come into focus, and then a very simple type speedo there. Old school, which is great. I don't mind that at all. And the mirrors are a little bit different as well, so they're like a rounder type mirror. Can't focus on that. A bit of protection on the end of the handlebars here, but all that's pretty good. Quite like it. The R18, I like it in this colour too. Look at the size of those cylinders sticking out there. Wow. The wheels on the front are all blacked out. You can see that twin disc, and all looks very nice and neat. Black chrome there. Doesn't have any sort of wind protection on there at all, but again, who needs it really? If you can ride a bike like this, then yeah, sit up proud. Now if you do want an R18, you know, like a more road-based version, then you can buy this. So this is, let's go from the front. So the front is basically the same. It's got more of a full cover guard on the front. It looks very reminiscent of like a Harley Davidson type guard there. It's got the twin driving lights on the front, which again is very sort of classic roadster stuff. It's got the bigger screen on it, so you're going to be protected there a lot more than the other one we just looked at. Let's look at the back. So this one's kitted up with panniers. Oh, there's bird shit on there. I feel like I should clean that off. Panniers there. It's set up with a little seat, so a second person can sit on there. Looks very nice and the quilted in the seat design there. It does feel like it's just a plastic seat, but it's got a nice patterning in it. Nice sort of BMW little insignia there pressed into the seats, quite nice. Same tank, I would think. So this is the option 719 edition, and same dash and everything in it. All looks very familiar. But yeah, if you were doing this in a road version, then this would be the one for you. It's got a little bit different here. It's got, again, the huge cylinders on the side, and it's got this sort of protection here. This is the intake for the air and injectors in here. So you've got this sort of barrier in front of where your knee sits. I suppose that's heat, would it be? So you don't sort of get a lot of heat coming on your feet. The outside sort of covers here are a nice brushed aluminium, which looks quite smart as well. The big R1300 1800cc badge there on the engine. Yeah, this would be something to do some long distance touring on, wouldn't it? Yeah, very nice. So this is a nice sort of burgundy and black version of the R12. So it's a little bit smaller than the R18s that we just looked at. This is quite interesting. It's got sort of the burgundy colours on the fenders and the tank. The back swing arm and everything is, I think I can get around here, let me just have a look, is coated in this sort of metallic black type colour, which looks quite fancy. Very small little seat here with a grab handle on it. I guess you could put somebody on there. It's quite a small seat. That's the size of my hand, and that's the size of the seat. Nicely finished. It does have foot pegs for passengers on there. It's got some adjustment for the shock, for the preload on the shock down there as well. It's sort of from the riding position. No wind protection on the front of this one, and this has a very small screen, sort of similar to the R12 GS. I don't know if it's exactly the same screen, but it's in that sort of vein. Switch gear is much the same as what we've gotten used to. Nice sort of almost a crinkle finish on the handlebars is quite nice. Same mirrors that we've seen on the GS's. Quite like these mirrors rather than the round ones. But that's all, yeah, that all looks very nice. So that's the R12. Okay, going a little bit smaller, this is now the 9T. 9T. And I like this one. I like the colour of this one. I like this green. It's like a metallic green colour. It's not an olive green. It's sort of got a bit of, I don't know, when the light catches it, it's a bit sort of got this gold sort of fleck to it as well. So very nice, nice appearance. The handlebars on this one you can see a little bit different, so they've gone for a little bit more sort of old school gauges on here, which I quite like that. Yeah, that looks quite nice. No wind protection or fairing on this one. I'll just come around the front here and have a look. Looks nice with the gold forks on it. Twin discs obviously on the front, set up on road tyres obviously. Coolers behind there. Headlight's quite interesting. It's got like a black at the back and then like a brushed chrome finish to the front of it, and then the back of the instrument cluster here is done in like a gloss black as well, which is quite nice. And this one, interestingly, this one also has adjustments here for, I guess it's preload on here and here as well. So it's interesting, this is on the 900, but on the 1200 that we just looked at over here, there's no such adjustment on the top of the forks as well. Now, because I am a GS rider, I always wanted one of these fancy BMW jackets. Let me have a look. How much are they today? Okay, $1,630, so I might just put that back on the rack, I think. Okay, I've just found another GS here with a price tag on it. Let's have a look at this one. This is the R1300 GS Trophy edition, and you'll see the price there is $39,128 right away. Yeah, I'd really like to one day get an old bike and do it up. So this is a old bike on display here. Let's just have a look at what it says here. So this is 1937. They started making these till 1940. They made 15,000 of them, and it's an R35. So I'd like to get maybe not something this old. I'm thinking of something like an R65 or an R75 or something like that would be nice to get into the workshop to do it up. Don't know if the miles on that is right. It says it's only done 91 kilometres. Speedo goes up to 160. That'd be scary, wouldn't it? Yeah, magic. Lovely old bike, the R35. Well, there we are. That was a very quick walk around the BMW section of Brison's here in Newcastle. So come and have a look and check them out, and yeah, bring your checkbook. You might get a bargain. Anyway, I think my R1200 is just about ready. It's been in the service department for a couple of hours now, so I'll go and pick up that and head home. Thank you for watching the channel, everybody. Thank you for watching this video. Stay safe on the roads, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.